Aishwarya, the BJP says these are cheap theatrics. You should be going to the people rather than defacing walls. And the basic message that the BJP is giving back to the Congress is, look who's talking. There have been corruption scandals where, leaders of the Congress in Karnataka's names have also, been reported in the recent past, whether it is land issues, encroachment issues, other issues. How would you respond to that? The BJP is basically saying, look who's talking.
You know, Shiv, it is rich of the BJP to be talking. There are a couple of rebuttals though. It's very rich of the BJP to be talking about, they're so mired in corruption and whatnot. We've asked you, you say you're the party with a difference. You said, na khaunga, na khane dunga. We will bring everybody to justice. Please tell us actual prosecutions or actual results you've gotten besides misusing the IT and ED in cases, and while obviously whitewashing and machine washing all the criminals in your party. But Shiv, the most interesting thing Mr. Ganesh Karnik mentioned, almost bringing caste to this angle of corruption. We're saying obviously we have a problem with the Lingayat CM. Sir, we have a problem with nobody who's CM, but we have a problem with the CM who's ineffective in obviously ensuring administration. And if you want to talk about Lingayat persecution, sir, it wasn't your government, it wasn't your party in power when Mr. Yediyurappa, the tallest Lingayat face, was arrested. Wasn't the BJP insulting the Lingayats then? Sir, a crime is a crime is a crime, irrespective of caste, creed and religion. And the fact that you're painting it with caste is extremely, extremely unfortunate. And Shiv,
go ahead,
the final point is this. They talk about cheap tactics. This is the party that had a prime minister come out and talk about a sitting chief minister about a 10% government. And they think they have any sort of standing to talk about cheap tactics. Please look at your Twitter handle, look at your social media, look at the embodiment of what Tejasvi Surya as a human being is. It shows you what cheap tactics are. And the fact is they have nothing to fight this on. They have no locus. They don't allow discussion in the house. PSI discussion happened after 2 months. Today they're talking about PCM and you saw the sort of scuffle in the house. And today they're using the cops against my leadership. Mr. Ganesh Karnik, sorry, is a very senior leader of the BJP, but it's unfortunate that he has to defend the indefensible and make it a caste politics, obviously because he knows elections are coming up, Shiv.
Captain Karnik, the invocation of Yediyurappa has brought you the accusation of making this about caste politics when this is an issue of corruption. The next question will of course be about how this sometimes swings both ways, and whether it will have political impact is something we will only know a few months from now when the state goes to the polls. But how would you respond to that?
Number one, the truth is spilled out because Honorable Prime Minister made a remark during one of the political rallies about 10%. This is how they are giving it back. There is no truth. It is only a tit for tat. See what happened when he said 10%, and today we are alleging that you are 40%. So you know the truth now. Second part is Mr. Yediyurappa's case. In almost all the cases he has been absolved in the court itself. There was no case. They made a case of no case. There was a complaint on receiving some check. And if there is a corruption, do you think anybody will receive anything in check? Even on a further complaint, now Supreme Court has given a stay on that. Now all these people who are talking of scams, they are not talking of the scam during UPA regime. They are not talking of the bail on which Sonia Gandhi and everybody is out. Why I am saying this is theatrics means they have no issues. They want to go to the people on something which is stupid and silly. Now the last point is, after all, a chief minister is the chief minister of the state. They cannot stoop down to this level of, the social media. Paytm is converted into PayCM. It is absolute nonsense. And they will give it back nice and proper in a similar proportion. And we also have similar on them. They will get it back. They have taken it to such low levels. They will get back in the same level now.
Aishwarya, how do you respond? See, it's ultimately political campaigns of this kind, have their generous share of rhetoric. The BJP has just released some images of their own, in a similar style to what the Congress has, and called it, Pay CM, where CM stands for Congress, Madam. So it's Pay Congress, Madam. Obviously, that's a poke at the whole National Herald case and the recent questioning of, Congress leaders. How do you respond to that? Because that's where the BJP is saying, who are you guys to talk about corruption when your high command is steeped in it, is the allegation, Aishwarya?
You know, first of all, they talk about all of this, and then in 2014, when the BJP said we will come to power, we'll put all these people behind jail for all this corruption and whatnot. You look at the reality that now they're just hounding them for in protracted legal battles and also these investigations because they can't find anything real. One. Second thing is the BJP has expended more effort in trying to diminish this campaign than actually offering any solutions to the people. Mr. Karnik said, you know, it is a joke, it is shameful, it is something. You know, it is not a joke when a father of a young student who has written the KPSC exam and is waiting for his results comes and offers rice to my opposition leader saying, this is all I have, I cannot pay a bribe, please fight for justice. It is not a joke when a youngster kills himself over the lack of payment from a minister who just got a very perfunctory trial and then was let go scot-free. It is not a joke when medical dispensaries in rural PHCs do not have medicines for months, and regarding Balki specifically for 5 months, and you see young mothers suffering and nutrition affecting the little children. It is not a joke when you have a scam in eggs being supplied to schools for young children's nutrition. It is not a joke when you cannot provide uniforms or even school shoes for little children in government schools. The joke is on the people that allowed you to illegitimately form this government. You do not even have the mandate, sir. And the joke is going to be the BJP after the people vote, because you have taken corruption to a point where people, it is basically hard for them to even survive. And you make a fool of them. You make a mockery out of their struggle. The BJP should be ashamed, Shiv.